Tuesday evening, and as every weekday late session, the gym was extremely busy. It was hard for me to do the exercises in the order that I had originally planned. So I had to adapt, and I started off with hip thrusts, which were the volume slash accessory exercise for the day. I'm using them for hip health and to get some extra posterior chain volume. I'm still playing around with the setup. I use this bench and I put it on top of the platform, but that is probably not the best way because I risk bumping my butt at the edge of the platform. So I'll probably put it on the floor. It's much higher than the usual stepper, so that should still create enough extra range of motion where I can put my feet on a plate in front of me and get that extra depth in there. And as planned, at least I was able to do my low raises because for once they are an exercise that can virtually be done anywhere. And so I got a couple of sets of those in there before going on to the actual volume for the day, which was in the form of front squats. Here it was a ramp up to 2 heavy-ish sets with 60 kilos. I could probably do more weight, but I am now focusing on really getting my technique dialed in. I want to keep the front of my body from shifting forward, and so putting unduly stress on the ball of my feet and my knees as a consequence. So really trying to get a much more vertical back position, and then I will be progressing that with weights. I'm sure that the weights will help in getting into these better positions because they are actually putting more pressure in there, and therefore I'm able to lean back a bit more. And as usual, supersetting the leg volume with some core stuff in the form of hanging leg raises, which pair very nicely. And then the majority of the remaining time was devolved towards the strength work and a bit of explosive stuff. So strength work was freestanding eccentrics towards the handstand push-ups. They were not all good, but I tried to do as many as possible. And as soon as I noticed that I wasn't able to lower myself in a controlled way, I stopped them. And I was also doing some explosive pull-ups, and I was mindful of the previous time where I was trying to do them back to back, getting into a certain groove, but I have not really practiced that enough, and so I was waiting a bit. I was dangling from the pull-up bar and trying to find the right position from where to actually pull myself out. And I noticed that that can actually be improved big time because I'm not always finding the right timing when to properly take advantage of the momentum that I am creating. And so I was going back and forth with these eccentrics. Here I was getting tired. This is the first time that I was actually falling forward, and after almost kind of bumping my head on the floor, I decided that probably it was a safer option to do it with at least a softer mat in front of me. And so I was able to wrap a few more of these out before I went into just a free normal handstand. And yeah, this was the last one, after which I knew it was I had put enough work in there. And so yeah, even though this session wasn't exactly following the pre-established ideal way, I was still able to do all of my exercises, which was an improvement from the previous day where it was that busy that I wasn't able to do a couple of them. And despite being quite fatigued, I was kind of managing a decent handstand as a finisher. So overall, I'm pretty satisfied. Ciao.